There we go.
Our world is lost.
Oh, right. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Now how do we get the shared link? No, wait, we wanted to what are we playing? How do I set the game? Category, gaming. Well. Yeah, I thought there was a way to... Oh, here we go. Okay, category. Gaming, game title. Dread. Dread Delusion. Okay. There we go. Okay. All right. I think we're ready to do this now. Okay, we are back at camp here. Back at camp. Okay. I haven't figured out if and when things respawn yet. I kind of, at the moment, don't think they do. Or there is, like, a trigger, like a full day passes or something for them to respawn. From what I can see in the game so far, like, EXP isn't a thing. You level up by collecting the delusions. So there's really no point in killing something unless it gets in your way. No! I had that disarmed from before. Did it not save? Have I not been through here? Okay, we're still leveled up. Upsetting. I wasted lockpicks to disarm all of those traps. So the traps don't stay disarmed between play sessions? Okay. I did want to explore a little bit more at night. I'm still not terribly clear if there is a difference between night and day. Okay, I think I've had a full day pass in game now, and it doesn't look like the enemies respawned. But also still just very upsetting. Oh, come on. And this room is glitchy. Alright. Yeah, see. When you pass through it in that direction, none of this stuff lives in. Okay, that's fine. Already been through here. Okay, I forget. Yeah. Okay. So I passed through here before. And this whole area is glitched too. That elevator comes down right there. There's no indicator, but I was standing the whole time trying to figure out if it was going to crush me, and it nearly did. This looks like an interesting landmark. Yeah, see, same thing happened here. I came up here before. And this door doesn't even seem like it's interactable. And now I'm caught here. And this is still a bit buggy. I like what I'm seeing so far, but maybe this could have spent a bit more time in the oven. That's okay, because we get the returning spell pretty early. And that just warped me down here to the crystal that I saved at. This is a magic refill and a save point. And that's back up there. But, okay, I'm still trying to do the first quest where I need to break into this fortress. You can go through the front door, which I opted not to because I'm more of a stealth magic class right now. And there's that side entrance I passed through. Wait, where is this? Oh. Okay. Yeah, see, I was running around down there before. Oh, oh yeah, that's absolutely somebody over there. Okay. Alright, that was me trying a bit of parrying. These things seem to be like little resource capsules that they drop down for you. Oh. This contraption seems to require a key. Alright. I still haven't died, so it's unclear to me what happens when that does, but we're just going to keep pushing forward. I'm just hesitant to use too many of my health potions now. Okay, you're a friend, I think, right? Yes. Where are you going, prisoner 17? Are you attempting to run from your duty? If you must recuperate, the lift next to me will take you back to the Inquisition camp. There we go. But Vela is still in the fortress, as we strongly suggest you go back inside and find a way to reach the battlements up above. Okay. Good, so this is very Souls-like, I assume, and that now that I've unlocked this, I'll be able to use it up and down. Yeah, and those guys, there were guys down here before that I killed, and they still haven't been back. And I harvested this plant too. Did this grow back? This item needs to grow back. No, it did not. Unclear how long that's going to take. I think that's something that can be blown up with a spell or item or something. I already tried throwing a throwing knife at it. It's ineffective. Wait, how did I miss that? I was through here before, and I either just missed that from being completely blind, or those will respawn from time to time. Rest in bed. Because my parrying efforts took a huge chunk of health. So yeah, there's the front door. There does seem to be a way to go in there. I'm gonna check that out eventually, obviously. Gotta check out all paths. But for now, we're still gonna check out the side path. I imagine if I clear out the side path, that'll eventually loop me back around, and I'll see how it all fits together. Yeah, I want to destroy these things. I feel like fire's gonna make them blow up. They definitely look suspicious. These orange ones feel suspicious too. Barred from the other side. Oh, yep, there we go. I see ya. There we go. Oh, okay. They will occasionally drop health potions. Good to know. Already checked that door. One thing I do wish is it would just be nice to have a compass at this point, just so I could, like, orient myself. I'm fine not having a map. Secret. But I would really appreciate a compass. Oh, this is going up. Up is where I'm supposed to go to fight Vela. I don't think I want to go up yet. I think I want to explore down a bit more. Okay, I think that was a parry. Did I take damage from that? Didn't even notice. Don't think so. Okay, yeah, and see these crates here, they have like a little item thing on it. Those are the ones that are breakable, if you just hit them with your sword. So far, most other crates and barrels can be safely ignored. I assume I look something like that. Oh! Okay. We can't sneak in there. Doesn't matter though. I mean, they are giving a bunch of lockpicks, so I don't feel too bad about wasting them, and apparently I can only carry 13 at a time. And I'm already sitting at 9, but we're gonna go back down and finish exploring that way. Like I said. Yeah. Hey! Cheater. Okay. Yeah, we got 10 health potions. I'm gonna use one. What's going on in here? Is that the front door? I came in the front door a bit earlier. That area looks like it might be it over there. These are not things to interact with. Okay. Tell me those don't look like explodey boxes. Oh, chest. Beer. A mug full of frothy beer. Beer is cheap in the Skylands. Mostly derived from fermented mushroom pulp, it's exported to the far corners of the apostatic Union? Gonna have to learn how to say that word. I feel like I'm going to encounter it a lot. There doesn't seem to be a mantling system. And the millennial in me keeps trying to crouch jump. Oh, from Half-Life. Still hot. The chair's knocked over. What are these pictures of? Oh, it won't even let me rest in these beds. I mean, clearly not safe to do so. But I still wanted to try. 40 throwing knives, okay. I should, I think I'm playing some kind of sneaky mage, so I should work those in a bit more. And yep, this is the front door here. So I didn't... Old contraptions. You recognize these old machines are God War relics. Inoperable and mostly useless, such strange contraptions are rarely seen outside the Clockwork Kingdom these days. Okay, I guess that's just like flavor. Okay. Neat. So I know how to get up to where I'm supposed to be. What still in all of this. Still not really sure what secret walls are going to look like. I assume there must be some somewhere at some point. You can get too close to those switches that you can't activate them. All right. It's my second iron ore, but I still don't know how to upgrade or use it. Still don't have a bow either. I would love a bow. There's another crack in the wall there. Alright, yeah, we're at 12. 12 of 13 lockpicks. I don't feel too bad about those ones I wasted before now. Oh. Something has changed. So that is a magic device. I could tell by the cursor that came up. So what I need to do, or what I needed to do for that, is use wisdom here. Yeah, that's affected by lore. So those are my stats right now. 1, 3, 2, 1. I feel like that probably unlocked this door here. Ooh, okay. It's all kind of feeling like where I want to go. Hard from the other side. Okay. Stealthdom. Okay. Still don't know how difficult stealth is going to be in this game. The enemies seem to kind of, like, very roughly, aimlessly meander. I'm not sure if they're patrolling or what they're doing. Oh, okay. I've got a fan. So far, I'm finding combat quite easy. It feels good. I like it. You can tell the sword has a little bit of a delay on the swing, so a little bit Dark Soulsy, but everything is nice and fluid. It's easy to deal and avoid damage, but things are pretty damaging, so when you slip up, it can be punishing. So there's a good balance in that. Leucosic bomb, a vial of fire, fine white powder distilled through alchemical processes. Extremely volatile, the flask will explode on impact when thrown. That's what I've been looking for. So there does seem to be some sort of alchemy thing going on here too, where I can craft items. A la Elden Ring almost, but I haven't gotten access to that yet. Let's go ahead and equip that though. On our items here. Truth potion. I picked this up earlier and I still have no idea what that does. Wait, okay. Sure. And the poison too. Excited to try out the poison. Okay, getting lost. Too many doors and things. Now that feels like where I want to go. So maybe we should check out this building? Okay. Yeah, let's check out this building. I think this is all related to the little airship there. Blood A. Oh, and an elevator. Okay, cool. Where's the elevator go? Not yet active. Okay. Yeah, you can see the very strong Souls-like influence here too, or Kingsfield-like, and that lifts generally need to be activated from one side so far, it seems like. Doors will be barred from the other side, and this is all your usual method of keeping some sort of flow and direction for the player. I appreciate it. I like it. I think it's good game design. Oh, this cutter needs to be repaired. All right, let's start taking notes too, because I'm absolutely gonna forget all of this. Nope, not discussions. Notes. How are we going to refer to this place? I forget what this place is already called. We'll just call it. Nice caps lock on. First area. There we go. Cutter needs repair an airship. Until I get a map and more things in place. That'll at least help me remember. Still no bow. Did forget to... No, I didn't forget to. That was the lift that we can't use right now. Oh god, and there's more up here too. Okay, here. So many areas. Let's come back, check this out. The joys of watching Plucky explore. This is why I'm not sure if games like this, streaming games like this, will work well for me, or if these are better reserved for like a Let's Play kind of thing where I can edit out all of my back and forth. Was this just where I was? It was. Cool. Well, at least now I've connected them in my head. So that... Is that somebody over there? Is that friendly? Which is the way to go. I'm like, yeah... I really feel like that's a door that should be openable. Is there going to be a switch in this room? Oh, what's that in the sky there? There's like a dragon. Do you see that? into there? Am I not supposed to be in there? I want to get in there. Those things look like stuff I want to play with. Okay, no, I think that is an out-of-bounds area. Yep, it for sure. No? Cool, hope I didn't just get myself stuck. Oh, I just got myself stuck. This is gonna happen to me a lot. I don't even, yeah, I don't want to hold that against the game designers too much. It's just how I play games. Okay. So I died. Alright, we're going to talk about that in a moment. This is exciting here. Welcome to my prison, human. The words smash against your skull with dread port. There's no mistaking it. You're speaking to a god. I sense it in you, that abject horror, that searing shock. Your heart beats so fast it might burst, human. Wait, am I dead? The entity laughs. Great pulses of eldritch energy reverberate through your bones. No, human, you are not dead yet. You are moments from death. I plucked you from certain peril as easily as your kind would pull a weed. But it was not an act of kindness. I require something in return. Well, what do you want? Veliculos, in her arrogance, chained me here in shackles of void steel. I wish to be free, and so she must die. You hunt Vela, correct? Without my aid, your mission is futile. You will surely meet a gruesome demise. So I will save you. I will pluck you from the precipice of oblivion again and again until the deed is done. Who are you? How times have changed that a human would ask such a thing. There were times in ages past when my shrines were in 1,000 settlements, when every Wiccan knew my name, when my mind rang with the prayers of your kind. I will not stoop to introducing myself, but know this, there are still those loyal to me who preserve my hidden shrines. It is to these places that I will summon you, should your death be imminent. Why did Vela capture? Why else? She craved my power. I am unique in the pantheon of major gods, as I can sense the moment of one's demise and steal them from their fate. But in her arrogance, this was not enough, for I cannot revive someone who is long dead. There are no gods who can, save, perchance, the dreamers themselves. So she kept me chained here. Such is the sorry state of the world that no followers came to save me. Not even the Wiccans came to my aid. Damn that cursed god war. Farewell. Remember our bargain, human. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I guess those are void steel. Ah, okay. Alright, so I did find these two smaller shrines earlier that looked like they kind of had a weird thing similar to his head on it. Those got to be the shrines he was talking about, and will probably be where I'm resurrected. But, going back to what I think happened, and this game has been a little buggy so far, so I'm not sure if it's a bug or if it was on purpose, but the return home teleportation spell says, though widely used by scholars, some still prefer to walk. They claim the chance of being incorrectly teleported off a cliff is not negligible. Wonder if that happened. I kind of think that's what happened there. Wrong side. I think this is just a more direct route. Alright, well, first death of the game goes to get myself stuck in something stupid, as it should be. Are you Vela? You kind of feel like you might be Vela. I'll poke around a little bit more. Okay, that is another door that cannot even be interacted with. No prompt, nothing. Vela Kalos stands with gravitas, her voice piercing the clatter of the ship. You notice blood seeps from her armor. She is wounded, but hides it well. Loose the sails, and why is the anti-grav engine not running? Suddenly, you catch her eye. What's this? A straggler? The Dark Star Company greets you. My apologies, but you have caught us at a rather inopportune moment. You know, I'm really not for this Inquisition or these people. She seems like a bloodthirsty mercenary, but let's just see what she's got to say. I don't want to get on her mean side yet. I've just escaped from an Inquisition prison. Can I join you? She looks you up and down, smirking. I mean no offense, but the Dark Star Company has certain standards. You don't quite fit the bill. Prepare yourself, straggler. Great deeds are afoot. Deeds that will bring the apostatic union's tyranny to an end, and that will usher in a new age of heaven. And with that, we must take our leave. It's been a pleasure, but I doubt we'll meet again. And off she goes. Okay. So for a first dungeon, that was pretty short and sweet. I did almost think we were going to kill her, but now I wonder if she's going to be the main villain of the game. Where's she going? Where's she going? Where's she going? Off that way. Where's she going? Oh, they're already in here. Yeah, I lost her. Yeah. I'm gonna jump down there. What's this do? The fortress needs repairing before that will work. Right. Okay, yeah, that's open now. As is this. Those are not breakable. Don't think we're supposed to go in there. What is this thing? Oh! Quarters not built on furnished training room. Oh, this is what needs repairing. Okay. Is this going to be my fortress for the whole game? I'm going to hold off on this for the moment. And talk to some of the people that moved in down here, including Ghost Lady. We've met her a couple times so far, like twice. No idea what's going on with her. Vela spent countless nights here, hunched at her desk by the light of a candle. While the rest of her crew slept, she would pore over sky charts and scour old tomes for shreds of arcane knowledge. Back then, when I was flesh and blood, I thought she was driven by a pure desire to carve out a better world. But in time, I came to think of her as little more than a frightened girl trying to fix something broken inside herself. For there is a thorn in Vela's heart that she cannot remove. Sometimes it's maddening. Scratch pushes her to greatness. Other times, it twists her into cruelty and barbarism. The ghost looks into your eyes. Listen, stranger. Whether you wish it or not, you will cross paths with Vela. I see it clear as day. But what will happen next is a tangle of infinite possibilities, a dark void that swallows any attempt at foresight. If you wish to understand the woman, your fate is bound to seek an old manor that drifts on the northeastern edge of Hallowshire. I will meet you there. Okay, that's probably going to show up in my quest journal. Or already did. What are we doing? It's a map. What is that? What is that? Yep, there we go. Okay. So I kind of saw that pop up out of the corner of my eye. upper right corner of the screen, I think. Sleep in bed. This oddity, the spell draws upon the caster's force of personality rather than their arcane knowledge to sway erstwhile enemies to their side. Much studied by academic wizards, the nature of the spell remains something of a mystery, but its power is not in doubt. Okay, well. Oh my god, it's gonna take me a while to remember what all these glyphs mean. My persona is only at 1. It does increase my regen rate for stamina, so I am going to want to increase that a little bit. Can't entirely ignore it. Yeah, that's the save crystal. Alright, saving. Sleep in a bed. We did finish looking up here. Yeah, it was the upgrade. Let's talk to these down here. Oh, it's you. The High Confessor wants to speak with you, up on the platform. He mutters under his breath. Though what she sees in a wretched prisoner is beyond me. Oh, that's why I'm not supposed to go up there. That's her spot. Hey, what was that? Show me your face again. Creepy. Oh, there is like a whole corpse in there. You catch a beaming smile from behind the agent's visor. Ah, so you're the one who squared up to Vela. And to think we had you locked in a cell. The agent chuckles. Well, you really showed us how it's done. Anyway, I think the High Confessor wants to see you. I wouldn't keep her waiting. Well, I'm gonna. Ah, prisoner 17. I believe you are wanted by the High Inquisitor. Best not to keep her waiting, yes? But by all means, come back and speak to me afterwards. We've much to discuss. Alright. Talk to High Confessor. The High Confessor is giving orders to the agents around her, pointing with her mechanical limbs and shouting between bouts of coughing. Eventually, she notices you. Ah, prisoner 17, wasn't it? Our drones have been tracking you. It seems that Vela has escaped. Yeah, I really don't like you. I played your little game. Will you let me free? The device shifts ominously toward you. Need I remind you, prisoner, that your sentence remains unfulfilled? We must ascertain where Vela has fled to. Luckily for us, I know just who we can ask. She laughs to herself, but this turns into a pained series of retches. After a moment, you think she may have vomited. Excuse me. The Oneric Islands are home to a number of former Dark Star mercenaries. My supervisors would rather I executed them, but she is silent a moment. They are more used to us alive. If anyone knows where Vela went, they will. I would start with Jack Basalt, a former Navy captain turned sellsword. We have already contacted him and arranged a meeting. You can find him at the Wobbly Noggin Pub in Hallowtown, in the center of the Oneric Isles. Basalt has promised to direct us towards his comrades in exchange for the polymath's pardon. He can help you find the others. Which way is it to Hallowtown? Follow the road south through the village of Quill and cross the gate bridge. This should get you to Hallowshire. You will need to acquire an Apostatic Union passport to cross the bridge. I wish I could grant you one myself, but we are undersupplied. Perhaps the locals in the village of Quill could help you. Why me of all your agents? The Darkstars are deeply mistrustful of the Inquisition. You could say we've had a few run-ins in the past. As one of our newest and most amenable operatives, you may have better luck than another of my agents. Good, and be careful. These islands are on the very fringe of Apostatic Union territory. There may be worshippers or even minor gods who have fled the Union's purges tucked away here. The only assuredly faithless place is Hallowtown. And beyond Hallowshire's borders, there is ground even Union boots won't tread upon. To the east, the Clockwork Kingdom is in full-blown crisis, while the people of the Endless Realm to the west are cursed to never die. My tribunal will establish a command post in this fortress, the Blinding Light. Return here to recuperate if you wish. Oh, and one more thing. From now on, you'll be known as Confessor 17. This doesn't change your crimes or your sentence, but it sounds a little better than prisoner, eh? Oh, okay, there's still more. What's with this fortress? Its name is the Blinding Light. It was a God War fortress some 40 years ago, a marvel of Cardovan engineering, that giant cannon blasted Voidstill spears through the heart of many a god. At the heights of the Darkstar's infamy, Vela Kalos procured this fortress, restored it, from a heap of scrap. For the past few years, since the Darkstars mutinied against one another, Vela has been hiding here. Believe it or not, I have been here before, long ago. It is strange to be back. Why are you in that metal coffin? You are not the only member of this tribunal to have betrayed the Apostatic Union. In my former life, I committed heinous crimes. She lets out a metallic sigh. Unlicensed spell weaving, conversing with gods, abetting armed conflict. I could go on. This iron coffin is an honor, a privilege. The pain it delivers, the exquisite torment, sharpens my reason. And it was specially designed to insulate my mind, lest I hear the gods' cruel whispers and forget my penance. Oh my god, okay. I don't know how I feel about reading all this text. I'd be interested to hear what people think about that. What do I do next? You must hurry to the Wobbly Noggin in Hollowtown to meet with Jack Basil. Follow the road south through the village of Quill and cross the gate bridge. This should get you to Hallowshire. Tell me about Velclose. That name commands fear and respect across the Sky Realms. Her mercenary band, the Darkstars, have toppled tyrants, spurred uprisings, killed gods. She takes in a strained breath. Even someone as integral to the machinery of the Inquisition as I can muster admiration for that girl and her achievements. You hear a thump from within the coffin. But that woman betrayed us. She could have done even greater things, but she dragged us through the mud chasing dark and ominous portents. Her delusion of making some heaven in these sky realms will be the end of us all. The Union Navy wants her apprehended. But if I get my claws on her, she will not survive till the morrow. Tell me about the Inquisition. We are an elite arm of the Apostatic Union, specializing in espionage, intelligence, and counter-worship. As you know, to be apostatic is to renounce one's faith. We threw off the shackles of our gods in the God War some 40 years ago. But though the flames of war have subsided, there are still lingering threats. Wiccan covens lurk in dark corners of the Union. Their priests nurture shriveled godlets and perform foul consecrations. Each division of the Inquisition is known as a tribunal, 100 operatives plus, serving prisoners and drones. We have full authority to enforce Union law how we see fit. Okay, I think we exhausted all of her dialogue for now. She gave you the rank of Confessor, eh? Well, I suppose we'll be working together then. Just remember, the rank of Confessor will stick to you like a birthmark. It marks you as a prisoner seeking penitence through duty. Even she cannot escape that tainted rank. Oh, if it isn't our newest Confessor. She bows her head politely. I'd love to help you with your mission, but I don't have the security clearance to know all the ins and outs. You should speak with Inquisitor Ignavius on the platform opposite the Confessor. He'll know what to do. Okay, so it does look like this is going to be our kind of fortress. That's why it was kind of goofy before. Because those doors weren't supposed to be interactable. Do I have a map yet? No. Okay, what we need to do is fairly clear. I just like exploring yeah, we gotta talk to that god, too. Give him the bad news. Ah, Confessor 17. I just knew you'd survive the assault. The drones were all but certain you'd meet a gruesome end, but you sure showed them, eh? I like Ignavius here. He's cool in my book. About the tea you wanted. What was that tea again? Yes, Scryshroom tea from my wife. They make it here in Quill Village, just south down the road from the Blinding Light Fortress. About the mission. Ah, yes. What about it? Oh my god. So much text. Okay. Tell me about Vela and the Dark Stars. Vela Kolos. Now that's a name that'll make hairs stand on end. She's the daughter of Old Admiral Kolos of the Apostatic Union Navy, but instead of following in her father's footsteps, she founded the most accomplished mercenary band since the God War. Sure, she's currently the most wanted criminal in the Union, but you've got to hand it to her. For years, the Union itself relied on Vela and her Dark Stars to do the jobs the Navy were unwilling, or unable to do themselves. He sighs. It's a pity she turned down such a dark path. In the later years of the Dark Stars, their number of villainous deeds far exceeded those of noble intent. What of the Dark Stars' villainy, then? Well, there was the Astral College heist in Beyond, where they made off with an artificed star among other priceless treasures. Then there was the sinking of the merchant freighter Popinjay and all those hostages slaughtered at the siege of Saracolco. I could go on. In the end, they say she lost the plot, started yammering about some sort of heaven. The Inquisition ruled this was tantamount to cultism. Article 112, claims of a religious nature, and warranted her arrest. Of course, I think the polymaths over in Riova had wanted her gone long before all this. Got too big for her boots, and finally they had their warrant. Even Vela's own mercs got so riled up, they mutinied against her. She's been hiding out here for years, but the Inquisition finally got the go-ahead to make a move, so here we are. About the mission. Oh, those were all dialogue options I read before. Sorry, I'm not going to read out loud the ones that I read before. I talked to him earlier. I had questions about the Sky Realms. By all means, ask away. Tell me about the Apostatic Union. He glanced you up and down. Well, surely you've been there. Union Heartland, I mean? Well, the Union is the most civilized place in the Sky Realms since the World End. You may not agree, but to my mind, it's the truth. What's its history? For the past 400 years, the Sky Realms have been under the control of the Wiccan covens and their gods. It may be true that some preached tolerance, but others were tyrants who twisted their poor followers into cruelty and ignorance. This you cannot dispute. You see, the Wiccans acted no different from the worst Slevian cartels. They forbade the weaving of cipher magic and the advancement of reasoned debate. They locked us in blood contracts with gods who stunted our advancement. But 40 years ago in the God War, the Apostatics cast off our shackles. He sighs. It's true that a lot of blood was spilled, both mortal and divine. But now, in Union territory, reason and discourse have replaced ignorance and fear. What's Union Heartland like? He sniffs. Well, depends on where you go. I'm from Lundell, a place full of windswept hills, soggy marshes, and crumbling castles circled by a blue Neuron star. We also have a weakness for ale. There's also Bjorn, known for its universities and fine wine. And Slev, a rugged wetland where criminal elements are rife. But many would consider the most important Union realm to be Vena. It's a warm, beautiful archipelago full of Orchards bathed in yellow starlight and home to the Union's most important city, Ryova. Ryova is where the Union Council of Polymaths meet. It's a city full of floating houses all strung together with bridges and ropes with gondolas drifting between them. When you're in the middle, it's said you can't see a hint of sky. There's buildings in every direction. But wherever you go in the Union Heartland, there's nowhere as rugged and wild as this. He takes a lungful of air. Ah, nary a sewer for miles. Civvy would approve. Okay. Well, the Oneric Isles are the archipelago we're on now. It's always been at the fringe of Union territory and has only recently had a regional council installed in Hallowshire. But there are also islands outside of Union control. To the east lies the Clockwork Kingdom and ruled by a machine monarch, while to the west, a rather frightful place of undying souls known as the Endless Realm. Oh my god. Okay, so this is one thing where Dread Delusion differs from Souls Likes and King's Feels Like, is that it's very story heavy so far. It's okay. I'm still working on getting into the world and reading through a lot of this, but this exposition dump is hopefully gonna be it for a while. Tell me about the Clockwork Kingdom. Well, the less said about that place, the better. It used to be known as Cordova, and during the God War, they aided the Apostatics in overthrowing the Wiccans and their gods. They even made the Blinding Light Fortress, as well as many other war machines. But they always were a little big for their boots. Despite having the best alchemists and aetherists in the Sky Realms, they got the mad notion of making some sort of magical utopia, where every foolish peasant could cast a spell. Utter nonsense, I say. Only for a while it seemed like the buggers actually got it to work. The stuff that was coming out of the newly formed Clockwork Kingdom was making even the erudite Academy scholars blush with envy. At least until their mechanical king went mad and threw the whole place into chaos. Now it's a frozen wasteland full of malfunctioning robots and rotting crops. Which is a damn shame because there was a lovely little tea house in Ferropolis that my wife adored. Ah well. Tell me about Hallowshire. Though Hallowshire has technically been under Union control since the God War, it's been somewhat neglected until recently. That means there's still cultists lurking among the hills, not yet flushed out. There are even whispers of gods lurking in nasty nooks and crannies. But no need to worry, a Union Council chamber has just been built in Hallowtown, and this place now has its very own polymath. With such an esteemed education, she'll have this place sorted out in no time. Okay, tell me about the Endless Realm. Did you ever hear the stories of the Cadaver Crusades? Led by those nasty ghouls that plundered the living to eat their flesh? This place shivers. Well, turns out those weren't just stories. Those monsters actually exist and have a little kingdom right over yonder, ruled by their so-called Queen of Silver. I tell you, you couldn't make it up. Last I heard, they packed in all that flesh-eating business and started farming. Some sort of mindless meat. Fancy that, ghouls with a conscience. Probably just easier. Probably just easier. What island are we on now? Oh, this little isle is known as Quill. Just a handful of mushroom farmers here, really, but its remote location has always made it a haven for smugglers and pirates. Perhaps that's why Vela came to lick her wounds, after the Dark Star Mutiny. We already asked all about the Union. About the mission. Tell me about yourself. I am curious. Me? Oh, there's not much to tell. I'm just a humble servant of the Apostatic Union. Time ago, I was a counselor, would you believe? Only a rather embarrassing incident involved a lost shipment of hallucinogenic scry shrooms. Saw me demoted to a less public-facing role. Buddy, I can sympathize. I like you. So here I am working for the esteemed Inquisition. Only one can't help if their thoughts often drift to home comforts, eh? I have a lovely little college back in London with my wife. One day I'll pack all this in and get back to growing button caps in my garden. Aw, I like Ignatius a lot. We're gonna be buds. Okay, let's go and talk to that god. I want to get all of this dialogue out of the way, and then we'll see about repairing the fortress and using some of these broken components. Hey, buddy. We kind of let her get away. Welcome back, human. Wait. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. He's a god. Probably doesn't care a whole lot about her immediate escape. So long as I kill her. I feel like there was an elevator that I did not activate yet. But we'll see. Oh yeah, look at that dragon over there. There's an island up there and up there. This is sounding like a big world so far. Alright. Okay. Absolutely have to do the workshop. And I feel like I want to go with the quarters. I guess it's going to take some time to complete then. But, can I use this yet? Nope. I imagine that'll take some time to complete too. I said I was going to go down here. And now I have. And there was nothing. But I did want to check the other broken thing here. Okay, that's surprising. I don't think I managed to use this before. It's not yet active. Okay. Some of the stuff should probably start working, I imagine, once things get more repaired. Okay, alright. We are advancing. Finally, we are advancing. Okay. Go ahead and save. Doing now? I guess we're gonna follow that path. I already did a bit of exploring out here. Yeah, let's follow that path. Oh? Y'all weren't here before. Hello, hello. Oh my, what's all that commotion over yonder? I appear to be quite lost. I bought a map of these Oneric Isles back in Riova, but it seems to be decades out of date. He grumbles. That's the trouble with these fringe islands. Every few decades, they've floated into different positions. Take my advice, traveler. If you're looking to explore, make sure you find an accurate map. Do you know where I can find a map? Well, I noticed that the Erudite Academy is flying over Hellowshire to the south of here. Can you see it up there in the sky? It travels all over the Apostatic Union, so I've heard. I met one of their scholars in a red tent in the forest underneath Quill Village, though I've seen them in other places too. Believe it or not, they're working on a map of the region right now, only it's not quite ready. Still, I'd try asking them. Worth a shot, eh? Where are you trying to get to? Oh, I'm trying to get to the Endless Realm. It's said to be a place where people never die, even though the flesh peels from their bones. As a boy, my mother would scare me with tales of the Cadaver Crusades, when the Endless would hunt the living and feast on their still warm bodies. It would scare me witless, but still, I always dreamed of going there someday. Okay. Weird, buddy, but I approve. Follow your dreams. I have it on good authority that they've reformed their ways. They only eat non-sentient meat, and are on good terms with the Apostatic Union. So I had to myself, what do I have to lose? He gulps. Well, I suppose they could still eat me. Yeah. Good luck with that, buddy. I appreciate it. Wanting to go see a place where a bunch of dead people might eat you just because you're curious. That's the spirit. Are we so different? That's the Eye of Pagath. Okay. So, yeah, plants like that give crafting items. Kitten, what? Come here. Kitten, what? Come here. Come here. Yeah. What's up? Just passing through. Do you mind? Just gonna be a nuisance for a bit. Hey, don't bite my nose. Don't bite my nose. Yeah. Say hello to the camera, Laura. Hello. How are you doing, Frisbee? Oh, you bit my nose. Alright. What was I looking for? Items. Alright. These glyphs are finally starting to make sense to me. Backpack. Items. Weapon. Equipping things. Skull, character, chalice, questy, mappy stuff. Got it. Okay, so where is the... Can I use these directly? Flower shaped oddly like an eyeball. Can be used as an alchemy ingredient. No. Still needs to be some sort of alchemy. Healing. This way to the sacred shroom. This way to Quill Village, purveyors of the prophetic Scryshroom tea. Okay. Well, that's where we're supposed to go, and I want to see the sacred shroom. Throwing knives. I should start using those. Oh yeah, there were some coins under the bridge earlier, but I didn't check the waterfall. Nothing. Alright. Aha. Oh, look at that. Okay, yeah, see here. This is, yep, okay. Now that I've seen the god that is responsible for resurrection. This is absolutely a resurrection shrine, so. Are you messing with my green screen? What? No, here, come on. Go on. Also, so they said it enough that I kind of got my bearings now. Quill was to the south, so that way is north. I would still very much appreciate a compass, but I can work with that for now. What is that? I think I fought some things that looked like that before. Were green. Yeah, okay. Here's... God, that thing looks huge, though. So I fought some of these before. Whoop. Nice. Got a parry off there. And you can pick up your throwing knives. Sometimes. The one that actually hit the guy. Before I threw a throwing knife at somebody, one of those guys, hit him. Okay, this is another harvester. And I picked up the throwing knife after it died. I'm guessing there is a chance for that to happen, but not a guarantee. See, that took me 3 lockpicks. It's unclear to me right now. It says... What is it? Yeah, see, your lockpicking is a skill here, and it says 15. Increase the chance of successfully picking a lock or disarming a trap. Requires lockpicks which break upon failure. But like that simple interface with the 6-sided die, it's unclear to me how much my skill is affecting that. Am I just secretly getting better rolls, rigged rolls towards the higher end? What is this? Oh, iron ore. Oh? Around here. That's probably not going to lower for me. Also, don't jump into these. You can't get out. It's one of the rougher points of the game so far, is that there are... It does seem kind of a little bit easy to get yourself stuck into some places where you can't exactly get yourself out of. Alright, you know what, this is the same problem I always have with RPGs. I feel like I probably should go to Quill. That is definitely a big thing that's gonna mess me up. Oh my god, it's huge. Hey, buddy. What about you? Are you a friend? Oh, I love you. A sturdy silk produced by the ubiquitous silk slug can be used to upgrade a variety of clothing. Despite being soft to the touch, the thread is remarkably durable. Aw, you're a silk slug. Okay, I don't know what's supposed to be going on here, but to me, it looks like it has a really self-satisfied smile. Like it's got its eyes closed and it's just kind of floating around with a smug little grin. Is that what you're seeing too? Maybe it's just weird. Silk slugs. Okay, look, I picked urchin and I wanted to go into lockpicking. Really not feeling it right now. That was 3. Elixir of Regen. Temporarily boosts stamina regen. This potion enhances the body's natural functions, accelerating natural recovery. Should be used with care as it unintentionally accelerates aging as well. Coins, lockpicks. Okay, there does seem to be something to parrying. I'm, despite the hours and hours I've sunk into Soulsborne games, I'm still not a fantastic parrier, but the window does seem to be pretty lenient here on this game. So, I'm going to try and start working that in and using it more. But also at this point, I think I should just go to Quill. That's where the game wants me to go. And I thought I would find this great shroom sooner, but it's a whole area here. Oh, yeah, now let's check out that house real quick. We can check out that house. As a thing we can do. Aw, wind chimes. That's a nice touch. Jitter seed. Oh, it's so sad. It'll grow back though, right? Yeah. Jitter seeds are going to be important. I can tell. Oh, I had a couple, but I used them to upgrade the fortress. Blinding light. And now I'm back to 2. But they are used to craft. At some point, I imagine, I'll get the ability to, through alchemy, these stamina potions. So you'll notice the yellow bar down there is my stamina. It depletes when I run and when I use my weapon. And my actual stamina level goes all the way to the top of that bar. However, over time, you get more tired and your max stamina depletes. And once it hits halfway, you start to, your stats get reduced until you sleep again. So that's kind of just like a timer on it to keep you going. Hello. Stop right there. The man brandishes a particular rusty sword in your direction. You're not ticking, are ye? No metallic limbs? Leaky joints? Maybe some leaky joints. Why would I be ticking? Because you might be a mechanical contraption hiding in the skin of a person. He gasps for air and blinks at you. Well, don't look at me like I'm daft. It's a perfectly reasonable suspicion. Yeah, let's hear what he's got to ramble about. He prods you a few more times. Gah. Well, I'll admit, you don't seem like a mindless killing machine. From that blasted Clockwork Kingdom. It's just since the attacks I've been pretty jumpy. What's that about a Clockwork Kingdom? Humph. New here, are ye? These Oneric Isles are home to a certain Clockwork Kingdom due east of this hamlet of Quill. For a while they were decent enough neighbors, except for those bothersome factories billowing out smoke and the occasional explosion rocking the whole isle something fierce. But folks say their Machine King went mad, and now some of their gadgets and gizmos are spilling across the border and wreaking havoc with my crops. Can you tell me about that machine that's been bothering you? Aye, by mechanical monstrosities. He frowns at me. And don't laugh, I'm being sincere. They've been coming from the east where the snow's been falling. Funny thing, it never used to snow here. At first, they were just little things, but lately one huge metal bastard has taken it to tending my crop shrooms with its weapons. If I try and shoot away, it attacks. I could try and shut it down for you. Yeah, whatever. I'm playing an RPG. I like doing quests. You would? Oh, I'd be mighty appreciative. If you managed to do it, there'd be some coin in it for you. The machine seems to lurk in the snow-tipped mountain to the east. Simplest way of dealing with it would be to smash it to pieces, but its armor will deflect any blow that ain't strong enough. So maybe there's some way of shutting it down? There were a couple of suspicious container crates that fell in the forest around here. Did you say you were getting attacked? The machine seems to... Yeah. Alright. Did we get a quest for that? Yes. Militant agriculture. Will he get mad at me if I sleep in his bed? No, okay. Cool. And yeah, now you can see all of my bars are full again. Hello, buddy. Okay, well, looking at the condition of my rusty sword, I really should get the quill at this point. Oh, here's another sign I missed. What does this say? This way to the sacred shroom. Someone has scrolled fuck Ingwin underneath. This way to God War Fort. The above has been crossed out and someone has scrawled the esteemed Rotten Onion Mercenary Camp. Okay, that's pointing there. That's the shroom. This way to Quill Village, purveyors of the... is this the way I originally came? I think so. Yep, there's the mine, and that's the bridge I crossed over. Okay, going up Will. Oh, and that dragon has a bunch of wings, too. Thor? There's a compass. Yeah, I mean, I'm not necessarily saying the lack of a compass is a negative against the game. It would help me navigate. I do get the appeal of not having one, too. I'm an explorer. It just... yeah. Whew. The youth looks at you with caution, wide eyes lodged in a gaunt face. Oh, a newcomer. Welcome to Quill Village. My name's Lud. Were you, involved in all that commotion over at the old fort? I'm just passing through. I won't cause you any trouble. The boy's shoulders slacken, and he looks genuinely relieved. Okay. I can tell you a little about our town if you like. We're just a humble village. He swallows. Have you heard of Scryshroom? It's a mushroom that shows you the future. We grow and sell it, only, things aren't going so well lately. People are worried. What's gone wrong exactly? Well, the crop yield is bad. Each year we've been growing less Scryshroom. Scratches his head. Some people are getting worried. He looks around, then leans in closer. I've heard some people are considering the old ways. His eyes are practically bulging. You know, consorting with Wiccans and gods. Alright, I'm kind of glad I didn't tell him I was an agent now. I feel like he might not have told me this. So what? Well, we're part of the Apostatic Union, see? So god worship is very illegal. He gulps. Anyway, the local waymaster, Colwich, has gotten pretty spooked by it all. He's weighing everyone who comes by just to make sure they're not a Wiccan. By my mother, Olwen, she's the mayor, by the way, doesn't seem too bothered by it. She's much too worried about something else. I heard her mumbling about some sort of monster lately. I'm sorry. I do tend to waffle, don't I? Is there anything you'd like to know? Alright. Point me around town. I suppose so. He gestures behind him. Just in town, you'll find the Way House, the Waymaster Coleridge. He's pretty respected around here. Nearby is the Scryshroom Company, which sells Scryshrooms, of course, and, other things. Further up the hill is the mayor's house. That's where my mother, the mayor, lives. She sometimes has work going. And further up is the old sacred shroom. Only, it's dead. Oh my god, okay, there's gonna be so much reading in this game. Way more than I thought. What does the Waymaster do? Oh, Coleridge? He's pretty important. He went to Ryova, the capital city of the Apostatic Union. That's really far away, to get certified as a Waymaster. He weighs things for merchants and buyers to make sure the price is fair. Might not seem like much, but for a small town like us, it means we trade with realms like Vena, Beyond, and London. He leans closer, eyes wide, but he also weighs people. Lately, he's been real worried about Wiccan sympathizers, and he has magic cipher scales that can tell if you're evil. He looks sheepish. He's not weighed me, though. I guess he doesn't think I'm tough enough to be a criminal. Tell me about the Scryshroom Company. Well, it's run by Dwin, whose family's been growing Scryshrooms for generations. Without his company, the town wouldn't really exist. Mushrooms are kind of all there is around here. Mother won't let me drink the Scryshroom tea, even though she does it all the time. She says it's too intense, that you have to be a responsible adult to see the future. I don't see the big deal, though. She mostly just hallucinates about having a bigger garden. So your mother is the mayor? He nods. Not everyone likes her because she comes from all the way over in Lundell. That's a faraway place with castles and windswept moors and Union Heartland. I was born here, so I've never been. He sniffs. Why is the sacred room dead? Oh, well that's because Coleridge killed our god, of course. Of course. But, yeah, no, of course. He nods. That's all I want. He nods. I hope I didn't waffle too much. All right. Many people to talk to. Yeah, it felt like a secret path of some sort. Alright, we'll get back to that. Yeah, what was this place called? What did they call the first area? I already forgot. Oh, this is why we take notes. Let's go talk to that farmer and take care of this place too. This looks like a little side offshoot here. We'll wrap this up neatly. Did not mean to do that. Thankfully I didn't hit him or I can't. Farmhand sits aimlessly watching mushrooms. Busy day? You startled the farmhand. Oh, Amir wasn't slacking off. Oh no. It's just... there ain't much to do around here lately on account of the poor shroom yield. Each year the harvest gets leaner and leaner. Dwin says it'll be fine, but I don't think even he believes it. Last time I took Scryshroom, I saw a vision of Quill, barren and bare. The house is all ruined. Honestly, unless we do something, this town ain't got much of a future, I reckon. Yeah, that's kind of hard raising, prophetic mushrooms. When things go bad, everybody's gonna know it. Real quick. Is that what those containers are supposed to be? Scry shroom? Ignavius, there was a bunch in the fort everywhere. No, he wants the tea, though. I guess he just doesn't know how to make the tea himself. I'm gonna guess you grind up some mushrooms. You could do it, buddy. Yeah, what is okay, the quest tracker is pretty good at just keeping a bunch of different things in mind. So we'll leave the main story beats to the quest tracker, and I'll keep my notes for just like the weird little stuff I observed that I'm gonna make sure I don't forget about. Alright, we found the secret path down that way. We're coming up this way. And oh man, yeah, okay, we're already back up to 12 out of 13 lockpicks, so this is just gonna be weird like that, I guess. Alright, be right back. Hey, kitten. Yeah. Little bean, kitten. Stop. All right. Back at it. Hey. No, come on. Don't. You gonna be a nuisance? You're gonna be a nuisance like that. Stop. Stay over there. Hi. It was super effective. Alright. Alright, now we're back. With that seltzer. So many throwing knives. And that is where we came up before. Yeah, okay. We got all that wrapped around. So that leaves 3 buildings here. We did already check behind that one. It's an inn? Oh, who are you? The man sips his tea and studies you intently. New face, eh? If you got business here, talk to Dwin at the counter. He's the proprietor of this business. I'm really only employed to make sure things go smoothly. You don't seem like the rest of the villagers. He portrays a thin smile. My, you're perceptive, eh? I'm a mercenary, you see. I fought with the Beyond Serpents, the Lundell Blackguard, and even the Dark Stars for a time. And now, he sips his tea, I protect the business interests of this fine gentleman. Nothing more. So please, pay me no heed. So much dialogue. Okay. I'm looking for some former Dark Star mercenaries. He narrows his eyes. Oh, is that so? Well, your motives better be pretty fucking congenial, because it's no secret that I'm a former Dark Star merc myself. Of course, I haven't sailed with them in years. I left after the mutiny, once it became clear that Vela's ambitions, once so intoxicating, were likely to get us all killed. He clears his throat. Well, out with it, then. Exactly who are you looking for? Tell me about Vela. He chuckles heartily. Ah, now that's a good one. You're just gonna stride up to the boss lady yourself and claim that union bounty, aren't you? Now, don't get me wrong, I never really knew the woman. I was too low ranked to be clinking my tankard with her, but I've been privy to some of her deeds, and, well, let's just say you don't ever want to cross swords with Vela Kolos. As for where she's gone, I haven't the slightest idea, and I wouldn't tell you if I did. That woman has plans in motion that I couldn't begin to comprehend, and I won't be found complicit in trying to thwart her efforts for the sake of my own neck. Okay, well, I'm meeting with Jack Basil. Ah, good old Jack, he smirks. In the Union, they still call him Shame of the Navy after he abandoned his rank and station to join Vela's merry band. In battle, the man was a demon. When his voice bellowed across the deck of a skyship sword raised high, you made sure to heed it. But below decks, he always found time to share a drink with those under his command, learning their names, their troubles. Not every merc captain does that. Of course, I don't know if that was thanks to a kind heart or his weakness for the strong stuff. Let me guess, you're meeting in a pub, right? He grins. Yeah, that's enough about the Dark Star. Good, and let me be plain, you didn't hear any of this from me. Are we clear? Is that Skryshroom tea you're drinking? He is quiet a moment and merely takes a sip. Indeed. Tell me, did old Dwin over there give you a speech about how he outsmarted his business rivals by drinking this stuff? No. He smirks. Well, I'm sorry for spoiling the tale for you. The funny thing is, he doesn't touch the stuff. It's more of a sales tactic, you might say. Whenever he does drink Scryshroom tea, he tends to get rather emotional, and he grins. Empties his bowels prematurely. You see, Scryshroom may be a popular drug, but that's all it is to most people. A party trick or a quick high. The truth is, most can't see the future from drinking it. The shroom has such a potent psychedelic effect, any premonitions are lost within the fantasy. But the premonitions are there, and you just need a low dosage and a certain discerning eye. That's why if you were to say, reach for your blade right now, I'd have my knife at your throat before you do it. He smiles with you. Now, is there anything else? Tell me about your time as a mercenary. Nud tilts his head back and drums his fingers on his cup. Well, in my youth, I toured with various mercenary companies in the Apostatic Union heartland. There's a tale or two there. I ended up with the Dark Stars here in Pearl, a name I'm sure you've heard of. But lately I've been freelancing in the Zoneric Isles, taking on all sorts of jobs before settling in Dwin here. Of all the realms I've been to, these isles host some of the strangest. Do we think there's a way to break in there? Or is this just like they didn't feel like putting stuff in the room? Oh my god, okay. Ducking into it now. Ducking into it. Ah, welcome. Pull up a stool. If you're looking for Scryshroom, you've come to the right place. He leans on the counter and thrusts a bulging eye in your direction. Do you know what Scryshroom does, newcomer? Yes. Oh, please don't bore me. Then you'll have heard it shows you the future, but see, that's put some folks off as they're scared of what they might see. I'm here to tell you it ain't like that. There ain't no cipher spell in that great library beyond that can do what Scryshroom does. It plunges you into the river of time so you can see the bends and the currents rushing towards you. Do you know how I grew this business? Not with luck, my friend. Oh no. I use the humble Scryshroom to outsmart my rivals, and now my company ships them to every corner of the Apostatic Union. So what do you say? You buyin'? So wait, do these visions always come true? He squirms a little. Well now, I can't say they're always right. The future can be changed, you see, and I won't be held accountable for any foolishness or failures you get yourself into after you use them. Okay, you've convinced me. What are you selling? That's what I like to hear. I've got a pot of Scryshroom tea on the brew, and we've also got a few odds and ends if you're hankering for supplies. I've also a room to rent upstairs for 2 coin if you need some rest. Let's see what you have for sale. Alright, here's what we got. It's a compass. Okay. Sturdy compass to orient oneself. Allows its bearer to see their position on a map if they have one. Since magnetized lodestone is rare in the Sky Realms, compasses often rely on a simple magic cipher instead. Okay. So I guess that's not going to put a compass on my HUD. I still need a map. Scryshroom tea. A mug of Scryshroom tea. The curls of steam rising from it twisting into strange and suggestive patterns. Drinking this tea, brewed from Scryshrooms, boosts your lore for a time, granting glimpses of knowledge and sudden insights. Oh, I see. Okay, it's not a block of 5. He has 5 in stock. And each one is 10. Got it. Okay. Health and mana potions are cheap enough. Compared to all of the coin I had before. I had like 150 there before I upgraded the fort a bunch. I hope spending all that money wasn't foolish. But I am going to buy that compass just in case. I don't know. Oops. How do I exit out here? X. Okay. Always good to see a returning customer. What can I do for you? I've got Scryshroom tea brewing, and I've got a room to rent upstairs. Some questions for you. How's the Scryshroom tree? Oh, demand's never been better. This shop I run's just out of respect for the village, but really I make my money selling shrooms in bulk to merchants, and there's a real penchant for the stuff. These days, peddlers, poets, and polymaths alike are drinking the stuff from Lundell to Vina. In the tea rooms of beyond, ladies and gents are seeing their futures unfurl before them. But I'd be lying if I said it was all good news. The harvest's been down lately, and each year we grow less of the stuff. He speaks low, suddenly slow. If Uncle were here, he'd know what to do. I heard Quill had a certain reputation for smuggling. He shoots you an angry glance. A lot of folk talk about that. A lot of folk don't know what they're talking about. Sure, a lot of mercenaries have set up shop around these parts, and yeah, we trade with them. But here in Quill, we pay our taxes just like anyone in the Union. That's why old Kolwich went to Ryova to learn to be a weight master. His eyes narrow. And if you've been snooping around and seen some things you don't like the look of, I'd advise you to keep your trap shut. I don't pay Nut over there just for his looks, you know. He protects my business interests, you hear? Okay, thanks. Okay. Is there anywhere I can buy an apostatic Union passport? Only Union officials and certified traders can dispense them. You'll be wanting to talk to our local weight master, Kolwich, over at the Weight House, and he won't just hand them out for anyone. He doesn't look like the kind that's bribable, and I don't have a lot of money right now, so. Alright, I think that does it for his dialogue. I wanted to buy a bow, but I spent a lot of my money. Do I need to equip that compass, or is it a key item? How'd that work? Oh. It's an actual physical compass. I like that. Okay, yeah, and so the fort there seems to be pretty due north, and perhaps the northernmost point. Definitely the northernmost point we've seen so far. How do I... There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and equip that maybe? Put it on the last slot. I can use stairs. Alright, well, these look like a lot of weights. You gotta be Kolwich. So let's come back and talk to you. What's this? Oh, this is probably a fast travel point for airships. You must purchase an airship deed before you can upgrade it. Okay, what do we got in the rest of town here? Got this house. And that's got to be the Great Shroom, but it's dead. Oh wait, wasn't there... Yeah, we couldn't get into the rest of that house, but I bet you I could jump on top of it there. If I didn't just walk over the edge. I don't really see a way to get in there, though. Oh, okay. And... that guy that wanted to go see the ghouls told me I could buy a map from somebody in a red tent under Quill. Let's see how it's floating here, so... let's see if we can find that out. Bet you that door that I couldn't open before. Maybe goes down there? Okay, that's the bridge that I need to cross to continue on. I can see it's up at the moment. What is this? I get closer and closer. Okay, now we're kind of under Quill, though. Can we find this red tent? I want me map. Oh, wait, you look like a friend, maybe? Nope. You've got a sword. Okay, I mean, I guess it is still worth killing things because they drop stuff sometimes. Money and items. Oh, is that the map over there? Please, for the love of God. Map, 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 map. Check around every corner. This does, in fact, look like a red tent. Cool. Okay. The scholar has one eye pressed to his looking glass. As you approach, he squints, takes a deep breath, and is suddenly still. Ah. Okay. Chew! As the scholar sneezes, he sprays a thick globule of mucus over his looking glass lens. He wipes his face and looks perturbed. These sniff bloody mushroom spores. Why did I have to be sent to Quill of all places to make this damned map? Can I get a copy of your map? Look, I don't have time to pander to your every want. The chief cartographer needs this urgently. They turn to look at you, then pause, as if realizing something. Actually, you know what? Maybe you can have a copy, as long as you're willing to work for it. Yeah, I can do that. What do you need? We're making a new kind of map. A magical map that tracks the shifting movements of these islands and corrects itself. The real work is with this cipher spell we're weaving together, but I need someone to go out and anchor the spell to specific landmarks. Take this cartography notebook. When you get to a landmark, equip it and use it to make a cipher chart. The map will show up in your journal. If you obtain a compass, you'll be able to see yourself on the map too. There are 4 scholars working on this map, including myself. Together we cover Hallowshire, the Endless Realm, the Clockwork Kingdom, and Quill. You should also visit my colleagues to see what landmarks they need. The most important region we need mapping is Hallowshire. I'll note those locations in your log, as I'm sure whoever marks them will be rewarded. So what landmarks do you need for this region? He sniffs, wipes his nose on his sleeve, then points to the towering fortress behind you. Well, the first one I was supposed to chart was the Old God War Fortress over there, called the Blinding Light. Only I heard it's infested with pirates and smugglers, so I was going to wait until I felt better. He looked sheepish. Then there's another fortress to the southeast of the island, but he sniffs. Have you seen the huge creature that's floating above it? No. That one will have to wait. And finally, there's the Sacred Shroom, as the locals call it, to the northwest. Only that's the largest mushroom I've ever seen, so it would surely destroy my sinuses. Okay. So is there any reward? Well, you'll get access to the map itself, but I suppose we can throw in a few coins with each cipher chart too. And if you manage to map the Hallowshire region, I'd consider giving you a recommendation to the Erudite Academy. Can you see it flying up there in the sky? Being allowed access is a real privilege, believe me. Okay, got it. You sure? Very well. Okay, can I ask you some questions? By all means. What's this academy you mentioned? The Erudite Academy. It's only the most esteemed academic institution in the Union. You can see it up there in the sky. It's a flying island that travels around the Apostatic Union to where it's needed most. We've been stationed on these Oneric Islands for the past year or so. There's an elevator platform that will take you to the island, but you can't get in it without a recommendation from a scholar like myself. Can you tell me about this island? He swallows and rubs his bloodshot eyes. Oh, you mean Quill? Well, it's the northernmost island of these Oneric Isles. The local neuron star that orbits all the islands every 12 hours or so is brightest when it passes Quill. Decades ago, the locals had a particularly nasty god, which meant they were more than willing to take up arms in the God War. He sniffs. This place became a front line in the fighting. That's why there are so many old fortresses about. Of course, when the war ended, it went back to being a sleepy sort of place. Though it's technically part of the Apostatic Union, you'll find that few in the Heartlands have really heard of Quill, unless they're particularly fond of the scryshroom tea they make here. If you want to meet the locals yourself, I'd head up to Quill Village above us. But if you'd rather be in civilization, and I wouldn't blame you, take the road north to Hallowshire, where the Apostatic Union has a larger presence. Take the road north? And more than anything, as I'm sure you've noticed, Quill is covered in blooming mushrooms. The spores stick to your clothes and get in your hair, your nose. It's enough to make anyone. He pauses and suddenly becomes very still. I think I'm going to sneeze. Cool, okay. We have not found any map charts. Okay, now I got the map, but I need map charts. So... Alright. Focus up, Plucky. Let's pick a mission and stick to it. Where was the lift? Here we go, yeah. Okay, so let's go back up to Quill. Let's get the Great Mushroom. I really want a bow and to upgrade my weapon. I don't necessarily mean upgrade this weapon, I mean I get a new one. Get a new one. Get a new one. Greetings, the bridge is closed unless you're the bearer of a genuine Apostatic Union passport, so if you've not got one, get lost. Passport right here. Looks like you ain't got squat. Go on, get out of here. Where can I get a passport? The Union isn't issuing new passports to Quill at the moment. Some kind of precaution. They're hard to come by, but someone around town might be able to help you. Have you met the Waitmaster? Remember that passports are single-use. One passport grants you lifetime travel over one bridge, but no others. That is a weird system, but okie dokie. Ooh. Okay, also, I don't know where they keep pointing is... Or, well, nobody's actually pointed, but which one of these is the Academy? Are those islands? Is it that one? Is it that one? Okay, how does mapping this? Oh! That's why I keep seeing this. Okay. And then what do I need to do? I need to actually use it as an item? Yeah. Yeah, okay. A sketch of a landmark you made in your cartography notebook. On its own, it is but a trifling detail, but it will help flesh out the Academy's map of the region. You can give it to an Academy scholar to gain a small reward. Alright. Show me the map. Wait, do I have to map all the... Cartography notebook. Do I actually have to return it in order to view a map? Alright, what's in this house? I really was hoping there was like a weapon shop somewhere. The woman sits with her eyes closed, a pained expression on her face. Various medallions and necklaces hang around her neck, suggesting she holds some important position here in Quill. Oh, this is the mayor. Okay. So it's right there. She mutters under her breath, "Flames! Oh, the flames! We have to douse the flames!" Is everything okay? Ah! She looks at you with a frenzied intensity to her gaze. What are you doing? You've got to get out of here. The Nautilob will burn you alive. What are you talking about? Can't you see it? The monster rising above the flames. Oh, the horror. We have to... She stops mid-sentence and blinks slowly. After a moment, she says, "Nothing's on fire, is it?" No. Oh, how embarrassing. I'm terribly sorry. You caught me in the middle of a divination. My name is Olwyn, mayor of this humble village of Quill. How do you do? Did you say divination? Are we going to die? Are hallucinogenic drugs part of your mayor's duties? Yes. She blinks at you. Well, of course. Hallucinogenic drugs are our main export here in Quill. It would be remiss of me not to partake. You see, I have found myself presented with quite the dilemma. It's really nothing to worry about, so please don't cause a fuss. I have the whole thing quite under control. I was merely indulging in a scryshroom meditation to divine what manner of threat this giant monster could pose, and it turns out it's really not much of a problem at all. She gulps. Wait, what's this about a giant monster? Oh, so it's not common knowledge. She looks genuinely relieved. I thought the whole town would be talking about it by now. You see, a small mercenary band has made certain, demands. No, I don't mean Vela's Dark Stars. This lot are much less, accomplished, which makes it all the more puzzling how they've got their hands on a giant Nautilob. What's a Nautilob exactly? She waves her hand dismissively. Just a Sky Realms mollusk that you find around these parts, easily recognizable by their shells, but I had absolutely no idea they could get this big. That's gotta be the thing floating over the fortress. Okay. Those mercenary scoundrels are threatening me with their huge Nautilob. They claim they'll sack the town if I don't comply with their absurd demands. I really don't want to cause a panic in the town, so I'm at a loss of what to do. But if someone could sneak into their fortress to the southeast and ascertain whether this Nautilob thing has any weakness we could exploit, well, let's just say that person would find themselves firmly within my favor. What if those mercenaries were to disappear? Oh, well, that would be quite the tragedy. The idea of more blood being spilled on Pullian soil is a horrible thought. Her eyes now. But of course, it would rather solve the problem here, wouldn't it? And with so little funds to hire guards, it would be awfully hard to catch the perpetrator of such a crime. She smiled suddenly. Oh, but pay me no mind. I'm really thinking out loud. Now, is there anything else? Oh my god, so much dialogue from every single NPC. Okay. About this giant Nautilus. Oh yes, I'm presuming it's still there. Like, just tell me what you need. Those mercenary scoundrels are threatening me with their huge Nautilus. They claim they'll sack the town if I don't comply with their absurd demands. Really don't want to cause pain. Okay. I met your son, Lud. Oh yes, my darling boy. Was he just loitering around on the path again? I can never get that boy to pursue his studies, no matter how hard I try. She sighs. But I shouldn't be too hard on him. There aren't any other children his age in Quill, and my mayoral duties keep me so busy. Oh, that reminds me, it's nearly time for my invigorating intonations. Okay, I'm looking for the Dark Star mercenaries. Oh, please, if I hear one more word about those bloody Dark Stars, she shakes her head. We've always had our fair share of miscreants attracted to Quill. It turns out it's not only poets and horticulturalists who are attracted to the solitude of the countryside. But when that wretched Vela Kolos moved in with her cohorts, you wouldn't believe the type of scoundrels we had prancing up and down our idyllic cobbled streets. She sighs. And now on top of everything else, we have the Inquisition raiding the island. So I'm sorry, but if you have dealings with those ruffians, I really can't help you. Maybe you'll have better luck with someone else around town. I know Nud has done some jobs for them. You can usually find him in the local shop. Why don't you try asking him about it? I already did, but I had questions about this town. She says, As Quill's mayor, I am of course exhaustively busy, but, she mumbles to herself, I suppose I can postpone my meditative dance until later. Oh my god, okay, we're gonna come back to you. Thanks for the info. Farewell. Alright, she's the mayor. I probably should not The owner of this place won't let you pass this point. I feel like I could maybe try, but I don't want to upset her. Okay. We need to finish conversations with the mayor, talk to Colwich there. But I have my hunch. If I talk to this person here, maybe I can activate this as a fast travel point. Take me over to the airship point over there without having to trudge my way back. The woman casts you an indifferent gaze. Greetings, traveler. Welcome to the, she yawns, then rubs her temples. The Quill port of the Winged Merchants Guild. I'm the local harbor master. Can I help you? How can I get my own airship? She smirks. What, you think we just hand them out to bright-eyed travelers? It takes a lot of coin to buy a sailing vessel, you know. Most Union merchants only have shares of the ships they use. Plus, even if you had a bulging coin purse under those, she vaguely gestures at your clothes, fine garments you're wearing, these days you need a writ of permission from the Riovan Port Authority. And trust me, you're not going to find one of those lying around out here in the sticks. What does the guild do here in Quill? She takes a sharp intake of breath, as if the question was a particularly confounding riddle. Well, we oversee the transfer of goods, impose tariffs, check for contraband, that sort of thing. Quill is a pretty quiet place, so we don't get much traffic. Once a week, a merchant ship, usually a cog or a sloop, comes from Hollowtown with exports from the Union Heartlands. Maybe once in a while, we get a dhow from Al-Asfara. And after we unload their goods, what do they want? Scryshroom. Always fucking Scryshroom. I swear, if I have to winch one more crate of the stuff. There we go. Aw, okay. You must purchase an airship deed before you can upgrade it. Alright, that was lucky. So, I guess I need to actually buy an airship and then I'll just navigate it myself. I did see that when I was perusing the controls earlier. Oh, actually, that's a good thing to equip there. Put a stamina potion on. Alright, so let's go back to base. Oh, no. Okay, let's What time is it? 6:02. I'm going to stop streaming here shortly. But here's what we're going to do. We are going to finish mapping. We got close enough to that other base without upsetting the thing that I think we should be able to use our cartography thing to map it. And then we can map that place too. Then we'll complete everything. We'll talk to Ignavius because we got his tea. And then maybe we'll go back to the what's-his-face? The Scholar. And turn in our map. Our completed map for a reward. Because I would really like a map that I can reference. Like, there's a quick access map button. Why would that exist? I didn't actually get a map. I'm gonna sleep in this guy's bed again. There's that snowy area. Alright, so I can just... It just says the same thing every time. Oh! It was just off-center. And that toggles the cartography points. Why did that not fill in? Do things actually fill in when I go there? Wait, that's Quill. Yeah, what's up with Quill? Just... Alright, still acclimating to the game. I got this figured out. Didn't I kill that guy before? Did he respawn? I do feel like there's no respawn so far. This was an interesting place. Can I map it? What are these little glyphs here? Oh, are those the death shrines? Or whatever we're calling them? I think those are the death shrines. Greetings, Confessor. Have you stopped in for a little chat? How delightful. About the tea you wanted. I got you some Skryshum tea. Ah, Confessor. This is exactly what I was looking for. How thoughtful of you. He removes from his belt a tiny metal teapot. He slips some loose tea in the filler, and to your surprise, you notice it already contains boiling water. If you would be so kind as to wait a moment, Confessor, I really must let this brew. You wait for an uncomfortable few minutes in total silence while the Inquisitor stares at his miniature teapot. Finally, he seems satisfied. He pours the liquid into a cup and takes a sip. He frowns and is silent a moment. Confessor, this is, excuse me, damn fine tea. Getting shades of Agent Cooper here? He takes another sip. I've tried an extraordinary number of teas in my time, and this is one of the best. My wife is going to love it. Please, take this in recompense. Beads of sweat appear on the Inquisitor's forehead, and he seems to be staring at something only he can see. He mutters to himself, damn fine tea indeed. You think it's probably best to leave him be. What did you give me? Did you give me something? Remarkable treasure. Treasure of unmistakable value, apparently wrought into the form of a silk slug. Could make its owner a considerable sum. So I'm guessing that's just, what's the word I'm looking for? God, it's been so long since I played an MMO. Yeah, it's just garbage to sell. Well, not garbage, but... Okay, let's go back to town. Turn in the scholar. Let me just see what that gets us. And I think I'll call it there. There may have been a more direct way not using this lift, but I don't know, it's the way I know. It's a very fun setting for a game. And I do think the world design so far has been pretty interesting. The floating isle theme gives it just, a great way to put stuff all over the place that makes you go, oh, what's that over there? What's that over there? The scholar wipes his nose with his sleeve. If only that beady-eyed creature hadn't run off with my handkerchief. Got the cipher tricks I'm making. I have the cipher charts to hand in. Excellent. Yes, these will do nicely. The detail here is impressive. For one of your limited experience, please take this in recompense. Okay, so he took them, and then he gave me 20 coin. Why is this not filled in, though? I guess I need a different map for that. Okay. Okay, so each cipher chart is just going to reveal a set chunk of the map, but I still find it questionable that the Great Mushroom here in Quill did not open up that area. Oh, these are completed quests, and these are ones I'm still on. Okay, all that makes sense now. And this hasn't even happened this play session for me to talk about it, but delusions are essentially your EXP, and you just find them as blue skulls lying around the world. Or sometimes, I guess, as quest rewards. I haven't gotten one as a quest reward yet, but it's unclear how many it takes to level up. I assume it's going to be an ever-increasing number. I did get one level up so far, and I put it in Wisdom. Yeah. Did I say this was all I was doing? I think this is all I'm doing. So yeah, at the moment, I don't know if I'll continue streaming this. I'd be more inclined if I didn't have to read all of the NPC dialogue. It's a lot to read. I didn't expect there to be this much for a Kingsfield-like. But so far, I am really pleased with it. I think the world design, the graphics, the general game feel, all very promising. I'm excited to spend a lot of time with this game just exploring stuff. There is still a bit of weird jank in some places that I think we saw, but it's fun, especially like looking at that water over there. But it's fine. I think it just adds to the kind of old school charm of the game. Bugs and all, you know, it's something. So, if I don't continue with these live streams, I am going to continue playing this game in my free time. I'll occasionally report updates on it. But yeah, if you happen to catch the stream, let me know what you think. And thanks for stopping by. Have a good day.